track. 30 years ago today, the first article of something that we were going to find out would be identified as AIDS, was posted on this window over here back when this was Star Pharmacy. And some of us were around, like myself, some of us weren't. And wherever we were, and wherever we are now, we know people that have been affected by this disease. We've been members of Queer Nation, of ACT UP, of so many different organizations, fundraisers, memorials, marches. What was your brother's organization? The Godfather
Service Fund.
The Godfather Service Fund, Project Open Hand, AIDS Emergency Fund,
Project Informed.
Project Informed,
Open
The Quilt,
Hand. Yeah.
Open Hand, so many. And I was looking up some statistics to remind myself and to brush up. The one statistic that I don't get the opportunity to forget is that every 9 minutes there's a new AIDS diagnosis in the world. This is 2000, I almost went back because I was wishing. This is 2011. We've had this damn pandemic for 30 years, and there's still a new AIDS case every 9 minutes. And for the last 30 years, every year, it averages about to 1 million people dying of AIDS. That means 30 million people. 30 years of AIDS, 30 million people. Now we can look at the numbers, we can look at the statistics, but I want us to take a moment and look inside and remember their names, remember our experiences with them, remember the love and the friendship and all the great times that we had with them. I know for myself, I was a young lad, well, okay, kind of young, and my fondest memory of Sundays wasn't doing stuff like this. It was getting ready to go over to the I-Beam tea dance. And I would go there religiously, right after MCC. Hey, it's balance. And, or enhancement, however you look at it. And what I got to see was, I got to be in a huge room full of wonderful boys and girls, enjoying our lives, enjoying the moment. And I asked around, and for the most part, most of the people on that dance floor are gone. There's maybe a handful of us left. I had a friend that I went to high school with. He was the first person I knew that died of AIDS. I went to Mission High over here, and we found out in church, you know, what happened to Trent? What happened to Trent? He died. And we found out that it was because of AIDS, which had just been identified as such. I wish that the deaths were gone and all the memories of the passings are long ago, but they're not. We lost wonderful, wonderful people up to this day. I'm gonna hold this just in case it doesn't get too hot out there, or in there. And we're still losing people. I'm still saying goodbye to too many friends. Yeah, we have meds, and many of us, like myself, I've been living with HIV for 16 years, and, you know, thank God all I have to deal with is neuropathy, so I have to walk a little slower. Well, slower for me. And, you know, but that's not enough, because too many people are dying. Too many people can't take the meds. Too many people in this world at this time still do not have the care or access to the care or money for the meds or even a doctor. And this has got to change. We don't need to have another really, really angry queer nation, but I won't shoot that idea down. Just saying. But what we do need to do is remember their names. I did not want to start, along with this being the anniversary of, or the commemoration of this terrible day, it's also the beginning of Pride Month. And every year, even when I was on the board, I would have to stop and think of all the people that I celebrated Pride with over the years. How many people I marched with. And I'm sure you can all think of the same thing. That, you know, where are they now? Yeah, some of them moved away, but a lot of them have passed on. And that sucks. I mean, I can't even put it in a nicer way. That just really sucks. And I miss my friends. I miss my loved ones. And my dance partners, and my tricks, and my neighbors, and you know, the people that lived and worked in this neighborhood for so long that are gone. So I want us to remember, and Joni has a list of names that she's going to read soon. There's also a notepad. Is that a readback?
Right there?
That's passing around. If there's a name you'd like to remember, and we'll put in the window, please write it down. We'll put that in here. Did you bring me coffee? And we'll remember this. And it's not like I want to be a big downer, but you know what? It's not like I want to pretend like everything's fine either. Because AIDS is not gone. People are still dying. And we have to remember them. And we have to remember that. And we also have to remember that there are too many people that are still seroconverting. And we've got to do something in our individual way and in our group community way to change that. Thank you for coming. I'm not going to end yet. We're going to sit here, put some more names in here. You want to hold this? Thank you. Oh, yes.
Thanks for your.
And Michael Roper's given me a copy of this.
What's it called?
Memories